Now, so in DBMS, what is the full form of DBMS? We have completed what is data. Now, what is database? Let us see. So, what is database? It is a collection of related data. Now, here, take this only example. It is a collection of your second year CSC data. Yes or no? Suppose 60 students are there. Their data will be stored at one place, which is file. This is called as a database. It is a collection of interrelated data. So what is the definition, technical definition of database? It is a collection of interrelated data. So this can contain text or numbers or images, audio, video files. Okay, not only a single file. Suppose you take your university JNU H or K, okay, which consists of all college information or only your KIET information. The university database, they are going to maintain all the college information. Is it clear? Yes or no? Not only a KIET college, surroundings in JNU-K colleges will be maintained. All the files information are stored at one place called as a university database. Is it clear? Yes or no? So what is data? That can be recorded. A data can be stored in the form of text. Text is nothing but names. Okay, text is nothing but names. Remember like this. Next, numbers. Numbers are phone numbers. Okay, images like photos. Okay, next, audio, video files. Is it clear? Yes or no? Now, what is database? Collection of interrelated data. Example, student database, university database, college database. Is it clear? What is student database? Not only a CSC, in your college KIET database will be there. In that, all the branches information will be stored. Is it clear? Yes or no? That is what database is, a collection of interrelated data. It is a combination of text and numbers, images, audio, video files. Up to this clear? Yes or no? Now let us see what are the types of database. So there are many types of database. As of now, I'll explain only 3 database types. So first one is traditional database. Traditional database. Okay, traditional database. So what is meant by traditional database means? It is a combination of text and numbers. The best example for traditional database is student database. Okay, traditional database. In common way we are using the database, that is called as a, every time we are using in our daily life, we call it as a traditional database. It could be a collection of text and numbers, student database. Okay, next, second database is multimedia database. Now you have to say this one. What is multimedia database? Yes, very good. So it is a combination of images, audio, video files, multimedia. Example, take our multimedia like channels, news channels. They are going to maintain what they are going to maintain. Yes, new channels, they are going to maintain news as well as images, audio, video files. Yes or no? Stored at one place. In, for example, entertainment channels. You take entertainment channels. In that also, videos will be there. Yes, they are going to store at one place called as multimedia database. It is a collection of images, videos, audios. Is it clear? So if they want to retrieve the data past from 10 years also, they can retrieve. Yes or no? So what is the meaning of database? It is a collection of, not only a collection, it is going to store the data. If we want to retrieve the 5 years data, we can retrieve using some servers. Okay. So servers going to maintain the data. Where we are going to store the data? Servers. Yes or no? If at all small amount of data is there, means we will maintain files. Okay, if we are having large amount of data, what we are going to maintain? We are going to maintain in servers. The data will be maintained in servers. Is it clear? Yes or no? So now what is mean by multimedia database? It is a combination or it is a collection of images, audio, video files. Is it clear? Yes or no? Next, third one, GIS, graphical, not graphical, geographic information system. So this is also one database. Okay, geographic information system is also one database. So what happens with this database means it is going to take the images from the satellites and again it is sent back to the space stations. Is it clear? So till now we have seen some multimedia, all entertainment channels, news channels. Okay, not only the channels. Nowadays we are using in real time applications also. Yes or no? In our mobiles also we are saving. So multimedia. Now coming to the GIS, geographic information system. So this it is going to take the pictures from the satellite and sending back to the whom? Space stations. Okay, మనకి ఎలా వస్తున్నాయి images space నుంచి? Satellites. Yes or no? So there it is going to maintain a database called as geographic information system. Is it clear? Yes or no? So these are the three types of databases. What is the first one I said? Second one? Third one? Okay. What is the meaning of geographic information system? It is going to take the pictures. Okay. And it is going to send to whom? Space stations. Is it clear? Yes or no? Each and everyone I'm asking last. Is it clear? So what is data? What is data? I need answer from everyone, ma. What is data? So data is stored in the form of? What is database? Example? So what are the types of databases? Multimedia and geographical information system. So up to this clear. So in DBMS we have seen database. Now let us see what is meant by database system or database management. Let us see database management. So here it is there. See, it is a creation. Yes, keep quiet. It is a creation and maintenance of collection of organized data. So if you observe, by seeing the file, we can identify which file is that one. Yes or no? By seeing student file, I can identify it contains student information. Okay. So here, what is meant by database management is, it is a creation. We are creating the data and maintaining the data which is collected in an organized way. Okay. The data which is created and we have to maintain the data which is collected that we have to kept in a organized way. Why we have to keep in an organized way? Because data should be in a structured one. Structured data no. Should be in a organized format. Is it clear? Yes or no? So what is database management? It is a creation and maintenance collection of organized data. Okay, organized data. So got the difference between data, database management. Is it clear? Yes or no? Now, last one. DBMS, Database Management System. Now listen to me very carefully. Stop writing. Stop writing. Listen to me very carefully. Very important definition also. Okay. See here. Database management system is nothing but it is a software package. What it is? Which is used to define, which is used to create, which is used to maintain. Yes or no? Which is used to retrieve and used to store. Yes or no? That's why I said database management system is a software package, a collectively which is used to define, which is used to create, which is used to maintain. Yes or no? So what are the things we can do with the data? What are the things we can do with the data? Suppose I am having one database. What I can do? I can modify. I can create. I can add the tables. I can add the information. I can modify. Yes or no? Now, that is what database management system is, a software package which is used to define, which is used to create, used to maintain. Okay. And which is used to store, which is used to retrieve. If I want to get the access of data, I want to retrieve the data. Yes or no? So all these activities will be done by database management system. That's why I said it is a software package. Is it clear? Yes or no? So for database management system, I have said 4 definitions. What are that? What is the first one? Data, database management system. Is it clear? What is data? What is data? It could be any raw fact that can be recorded. Why we need to record? Why we need to record? To retrieve the data again and again we should record. Yes or no? It could be any raw fact that can be recorded. Okay. Data can be stored in the form of text, images, or files. Now coming to database. What is database? Collection of related data. Okay. Example database is employee or company or schools. Okay. Or pages. Database. Okay, collectively, collected information will be stored at one place, or not only a single file. Many files will be there. Is it clear? Next types. What are the types of database? Traditional database, multimedia database. Yes. Okay. What is traditional database? It is a collection. It is a combination of text and numbers. What we are using in our daily life. Okay, text, numbers. We are using some Excel files. Yes or no? Next, second one. It is a collection of. What is GIS? Geographic Information System Database. What it is going to do? Take the pictures from the satellites and send back to the space station. Is it clear? Next, what is database management? It is a creation and maintenance of collection of organized data. Okay, database management system It is a software package which is define, create, okay, maintain, store and retrieve. Okay, is it clear? Yes or no? So how to create data, how to maintain data, how to modify data, how to retrieve data, we can see through the some techniques, some languages. Okay, so that we'll learn in next. Up to this clear? So what is database management system? It is a software package which is used to define, create, maintain, store and retrieve the data. Yes? Am I clear? Next slide, ma. So let us see some applications where we are using on real time. Okay. So here, what is the first one? Banking. In banking, we are using these databases for all types of transactions. Yes or no? So here, the bank will maintain how many files? Many files will be there, right? Yes, don't talk. Bank will maintain credit card information, debit card information, and customer information. Customer details, customer account details. ఇంకేముంటాయి చెప్పండి అమ్మా బ్యాంకింగ్ లో ఇన్ బ్యాంకింగ్ డేటాబేస్ లోన్స్ savings, yes or no, for all type of transaction. Okay, for credit card, debit card, loans. Okay, and also for account details, customer details. So DBMS is used. Okay, DBMS applications are, first one is banking database. Next, what is the second one? Airlines. Okay, in airlines, database is used to schedule the arrival times of flight. Okay, so it is going to maintain one file, like suppose you think arrival time and departure time of the flights, and also information of the passengers. Yes or no? Information of the passengers, information about the staff. Okay, so here airline is, its database is used for reservation, schedule and all the related airlines it is going to store at one place. Okay, next, what is the third one? I already said universities, student databases will be stored. Yes, so not only for student database, used for registrations. How they are going to release your results? Based on your marks, right? Based on your marks, based on your performance, they are going to release the grades also. Okay, for registration purpose, they are going to use the universities. Next, coming to the sales, customer product purchase. If you take Amazon, they'll maintain our information, user information. Yes or no? User details will be stored in Amazon. So always we need not to give the information. They'll have our login information. Yes or no? So they'll also maintain our sales, product purchase. If you observe in our app, Amazon app, past 10 years data also will be available. How it is available? Because of database. They are going to maintain the database in sales, in products purchase. Is it clear? Yes or no? Next, manufacturing. Like production, inventories, orders, supply chain, okay, machineries, all that comes under manufacturing. Human resources. These human resources files like employee records, they are going to maintain. Employee records. So what are employee records? If at all employee is having any tax deductions, Okay, and related things, that are we call it as a human related things. Okay, human resources. So these are the applications of database. Okay, is it clear? So these are the different types of applications we are using in banking, airlines, universities, human resources. Okay, so next slide. So these are the popular DBMS system. Okay, so where we are going to use in our lab purpose, we are using, I think so, MySQL. Yes or no? MySQL. Okay, so these are the popular DBMS system, MySQL. In our real time we are using this one, and Microsoft Access, Oracle. Okay, in companies, in some companies employees will be using Oracles. Okay, Oracle for storing the database. Okay, for storing the data. Next, DBase, Fox Pro, SQLite, IBM DB2, LibreOffice Base, MariaDB, all that comes under popular DBMS systems. If you want to note down this one. They may ask in your interviews, what are the popular DBMS system? So you should aware of all those things. Last benches are not listening here. Finished? Next slide. Yes, very important topic. Purpose of DBMS. Next topic is purpose of DBMS. Why we need to use DBMS? Okay. Before DBMS, there is a file system approach. Let us see what is file system approach and why we should go for DBMS. Let us see. Okay. So the topic is purpose of DBMS. Why we need to use DBMS? So the purpose, first it was file system approach. Now look at here. So what is the advantage with the DBMS means? Before going to see that one, in olden days they have to use, or they used to use this file system approach. File system approach. So file system is nothing but it is a collection of files. Collection of files. So if you observe here, collection of files like student file, okay, subject file, result file is there. Here the data is duplicated. Yes or no? ఎక్కడెక్కడ ఏమని చెప్పండి. This is roll number, name, phone number, course, marks. Okay, here in subject ID, subject name, course. Result lo roll number, student name or student number, marks, and like that grades. Okay, so here the data is duplicated in each and every file. Yes or no? So this is called as data redundancy. Data is duplicated in all files. Okay, so by this approach the data is duplicated. So that's why we go for DBMS to reduce the data redundancy. What is data redundancy? Duplication of data. The data will be avoided. The data replication will be avoided. Okay, is it clear? Yes or no? So here user file system approach is nothing but it is a collection of files. Here the data, by using this file system approach, the data will be duplicated, replicated. So it is a waste of time, waste of space also. Is it clear? Yes or no? So by using DBMS, we will avoid data redundancy. What is the first one? Data redundancy and data consistency. Data redundancy and inconsistency. What is the first one here? Data redundancy. What is data redundancy? Data redundancy is but duplication of data. Redundancy. Data is redundancy is nothing but duplication of data. Okay, duplication of data means what? A duplicated data will be present in each and every file. Is it clear? Yes or no? Now, what is the meaning of inconsistency? What is the meaning of inconsistency? Means here, if you take example of the student, 501 is there. Okay, this 501 is studying two subjects, music as well as some DBMS. Okay, so for this student, the college want to release the result. Okay, so here what will happen means that student is studying two subjects, music and as well as DBMS or mathematics you take. So here how he is going to get the result? By updating the two subject result only he is going to get the result. Yes or no? So due to any technical issues, one subject marks is updated, the other subject marks are not updated. What will happen here? The data which is present at different locations, but here it is not same. Yes or no? So for that this data is invalid. ఇప్పుడు ఈ స్టూడెంట్ కి ఈ టూ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ మార్క్స్ వస్తేనే వాడు పాస్ ఫెయిల్ అనేది తెలుస్తుంది. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? ఇప్పుడు వన్ సబ్జెక్ట్ మార్క్స్ వచ్చి ఇది రాలేదు, ఈ సబ్జెక్ట్ మార్క్స్ అప్డేట్ అవ్వలేదు, అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? Invalid or error. Yes or no? So this we'll call it as inconsistency. The data is present at different location. Where it is present, the data 501 data is present in music subject as well as DBMS subject, but here the data is not same. Is it clear? The data is present at different locations which is not same, called as a inconsistency. What is data redundancy? What is data inconsistency? Data is present at different location but not a same. Okay, but not same. That is what inconsistency. Through file system, we are having these problems. We can overcome with the DBMS. All these data redundancy, inconsistency problems, we can overcome in the DBMS. That is why the first purpose of DBMS is data redundancy and inconsistency. Is it clear? Yes or no? And now second one. What is the second one? Difficulty in accessing data. Okay. Difficulty in accessing data. Now, difficulty in accessing the data is nothing but an application is there. If I want to access that application or if I want to access the file, okay, every time I need to write a new program to access the file in file approach. Okay. నా ఈ ఫైల్ ఉందమ్మా, స్టూడెంట్ డేటాబేస్ ఉంది. ఇది నేను యాక్సెస్ చేయడానికి ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ ఐ నీడ్ టు రైట్ ఎ న్యూ ప్రోగ్రామ్. Okay, like 10 databases are there. What will happen? It is difficult to access, yes or no? For each and every file we need to access means we need to write a new program for each and every file. So that is difficult to access the data to the user. Yes or no? Ardhamainda? So that is what difficulty in accessing data. So need to write a new program to carry out the new task. Is it clear? Yes or no? So what is the first purpose of DBMS? Data redundancy and inconsistency. What is the second one? Difficulty in accessing the data. How? Why? Because for each and every time if we want to access means we need to write a new program. That will become a difficult task to the user. Is it clear? Yes or no? Now, what is the third one? Data isolation. Data isolation. You remember the word isolation is nothing but formats. Okay. Isolation is nothing but formats. So what are the formats? Different types of formats we have in our daily life. We are using like PDF, text editors, Excel, inka CSV files, JSON files, .html files, PNG files, JPG files. Many formats are there. Yes or no? So isolation is nothing but multiple files and formats. Multiple files and formats. Here also the data will be duplicated. Multiple files unnai, multiple formats unnai. But ఇప్పుడు ఒక డేటా స్టూడెంట్ డేటాబేస్ ఉంది. అది PDF లో ఉంటుంది, వర్డ్ లో ఉంటుంది, టెక్స్ట్ లో ఉంటుంది, ఇంకా ఎక్సెల్ లో ఉంటుంది, CSV ఫైల్ లో ఉంటుంది, JSON ఫైల్ లో ఉంటుంది. The data will be duplicated. The data will be replicated everywhere. Yes or no? So space, it will occupy much amount of space. And also for open or for accessing these files like PDF file or Word file, what we need to do? We need to write a new program. Okay. So again, it will become a difficult to access the data. Is it clear? Yes or no? What is data isolation? The data is present in different formats like PDF, Word, JSON, CSV file. For each and every program or each and every format, we need to access. Means what will happen? It is difficult. So for every format, we need to write a new program to access that file. Is it clear? And here data redundancy due to the data isolation. That's why we go for DBMS to avoid all those things. Is it clear? So till now I have explained 4. What are that one? Data redundancy. Second one. Third one. Okay. Now what is the fourth one? Integrity problems. So integrity problems are nothing but, if you observe, suppose take bank database. In bank database, customer information table is there. So what are the fields we'll be having in customer details? Account number, name, phone number, contact number, balance. Okay, these are all the general information. Yes or no? Now, integrity problem is nothing but, if this person, like name is there, and name can be have many persons, same can have many persons. Yes or no? So name ఇందులో ఉండొచ్చు నా నేమ్ తో. Yes or no? So here with name identify. Why? A name is duplicate. With how we are going to identify? By account number. How you people are identified? With your roll numbers. Why? Because with name can have so many persons. Same name can have so many persons. Yes or no? So we should have an unique number. That is your roll number. So coming to the bank related things, we'll be having the account number. So here integrity problem is nothing but, a person will have account number definitely. Then only that person is an existing to that bank. Without account, the person will not be there. Yes or no? Bank balance zero aina undachu, but account number lekunda untara? ఆ బ్యాంక్ కి రిలేట్ అవుతారా? మీ కాలేజ్ మీరు ఉన్నారమ్మా, ఇక్కడ మీ నేమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, బట్ మీ రోల్ నెంబర్స్ లో మీరు ఇక్కడ ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ అయినా మిమ్మల్ని ఎలా ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తారు? విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ రోల్ నెంబర్స్. సో సిమిలర్లీ హియర్ ఆల్సో ద కస్టమర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మీన్స్ యూనిక్ నంబర్ will be identified. So here it should not be zero or null. What is the constraint here? What is the condition? This column, అకౌంట్ అనే కాలం ఉంది కదా, ఆ కాలం జీరో ఉండకూడదు, నల్ ఉండకూడదు. ఓకే, ఇది క్లియర్? ఇట్ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ సమ్ వాల్యూ. It should have some value. That is what it is called as integrity problem. So whatever the column, whatever the field it is there, it should have some any text or any value in that. It should not be null or empty. Okay, suppose account is there. So we are keeping the condition, it should not be less than or equal to 0 and better. Appudu condition emothundi ikkada? It should have some values. Ippudu ikkada value ledu, ivanni unnai. Whether this record is valid or invalid. Why? It will not take, first of all, while executing it will not take. Why? This column is empty. Why? Because they have kept one condition for this column. It should not be null or empty. That is what we call it as integrity problem. Okay, here integrity constraints are example, account balance greater than 0 or account number should be contain any value. It should not be null or empty. Okay, next slide. Now atomicity of updates. What is atomicity? So in our daily life we are using phone pays. Yes or no? For doing the transaction we are using the phone pays. So here the phone pay, whatever the we are doing the transaction, either it should be completed or it should not be done. సపోజ్ నేను ఒకరికి ఏ టు బి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేయాలమ్మా, ఏ నుంచి ఏ అకౌంట్ నుంచి బి అకౌంట్ కి, ఏ అకౌంట్ లో డిడక్ట్ అయ్యి బి అకౌంట్ లో మనీ ఉండాలి. సపోజ్ ఎనీ సిస్టమ్ ఫెయిల్యూర్ అక్కడ, వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్? A money which will be deducted from the A, but it will not present in B. What will happen here? Atomicity problem will be occurred. Transaction ikkada successful avvaledu, but it is not showing in either A or B account. Okay, either A or B account. That is what atomicity. Failures may leave the database in inconsistency. The data is, what is meant by inconsistency? The data is present in different locations but not same. Yes or no? I have transferred from A to B. My account is deducted, but it is not showing in B. What will happen? The data will leads to inconsistent state. Is it clear? Yes or no? So this problem is there in file system. Okay. To overcome this atomicity updates, we go for DBMS. Is it clear? Yes or no? So what are the purpose of DBMS? First one is data redundancy and inconsistency. Difficult in, what is the data isolation and atomicity update. Now coming to the next one, concurrent access by the multiple users. Concurrent access by the multiple users. So same, you can take the phone pay transactions only. I can transfer A to B. Okay, see here, concurrent access is nothing but doing parallel transaction to the same person. Okay, so this will not happen in file approach. Okay, this will not happen in file approach. So in DBMS, we can do the concurrent multiple access at same time. Same doing the transaction to the same person, many more can do. Okay, suppose 10 students are there and the other student from other class is there. If these 10 students can do the transactions at the same time, in file approach, it will not take like this. In DBMS, we can do the concurrent multiple access. Okay, so multiple users can access the transaction. Okay. Access the files. Is it clear? Yes or no? So two people are reading a balance sheet and updating it at the same time. Okay, what is the meaning of this one? Two people are reading. Nothing but if you went to the ATM, what will happen? Two machines are there. Two persons went to the ATM machine. Okay, at the same time they are doing the transaction. Yes or no? So one people is reading, the other person is updating the same. Okay, same time. Is it clear? Yes or no? Parallelly doing the transactions is allowed in DBMS. Next, security problems. So here DBMS is going to provide many more solutions to solve the problems. Like we can use, if at all you take the Gmail, it is only restricted to one person. Yes or no? Only Gmail can be accessed by only one person. Nowadays it came two-way security. Yes or no? By getting the OTP only, we are going to access the Gmail. Like that, in file system approach, it is limited to only one person. Whereas in DBMS, we can have many more solutions to solve the problems. Is it clear? Security problems can be solved by database management system. So these are the purpose of DBMS. What is the first one I said? Marchpera. What is data redundancy? A duplication of data. data can be replicated anywhere, okay, in file system. But coming to DBMS purpose, data cannot be duplicated, okay, data will not be same. What is the meaning of inconsistency? The data present at different locations are not same. Like example, music and mathematics, two subjects subject only is updated music, but the other subject is not updated. What will happen? This will lead to the data inconsistency. Third, data difficult in accessing the data. How? For accessing the data, every time we need to write a new application or new program to access the data. So that will become a difficult task to the users. Okay. Next one. Isolation meaning a data is present in different formats. So for that accessing file, we need to write a new program. Yes or no? Next, what is the next one? What is meant by which is there? The column which is present, that should not be null or empty. It should contain some value, integrity constraint. Next, the account balance should not be 0 or less than 0. In banking, they will be saying like this, no? We have to maintain minimum 500 rupees of balance. Yes or no? That is what integrity constraint. Next, what is the next one? Atomicity update. What is atomicity update? The data will leads to inconsistency. Why? If at all any technical or system failure occurred, means what? The data will not be same in different locations. Is it clear? Which will leads to inconsistency. Next one. Concurrent access of multiple users will be done in DBMS when compared to file system. Okay, we can do the parallel transactions to the same person. Okay, what is the next one? Security problems. We can overcome many more solutions to the security problems which occur in DBMS. Is it clear? Yes or no? Now, what is meant by data? What is data? It could be raw fact data that can be recorded. Our data is stored in the form of text, numbers, images, audio, video, files. What is database? Example. So what is DBMS? It is a software package which is used to define, create, maintain, and retrieve and store. Okay. So what is DBM? Database management, create and creation and collection of organized data. Okay. So what is the purpose of DBMS? What is the first one? Data redundancy and inconsistency. So what is data redundancy? Duplication of data. So using file approach, the data will be replicated in many files. So using DBMS, the data will not be replicated. Okay. Next, inconsistency is present in different locations are not same. Okay, are not same. Next, second one. To access the data every time we need to write new task or a new application, so that it will become a difficult thing to the user. Is it clear? Next, what is the third one? Isolation is nothing but different formats. Okay, so for that also, to access the formats we need to write new applications. Okay. Next one. Example for integrity problem. Account balance should not be less than 0. Okay. Next one. What is atomicity updates? The data should be done or completely done or not done. Like it is successful or not successful, but here due to any system failure occur, what will happen? The data will leads to inconsistency state. Okay. Next one. What is concurrent multiple access? Parallel transactions we can do in DBMS. Next. So by DBMS we can solve or we can have many more solutions to the security problems. Okay, is it clear? Yes or no? So this you can write it as disadvantages of file system also. Yes or no? Not only a purpose of DBMS, you can write this as disadvantages of file system. Is it clear? Yes or no? What is file system approach? It is a collection of files. The data will duplicated. The data will leads to inconsistency. Okay. Is it clear? Yes or no? Next slide. So this is also very important topic. Draw this one, everyone. Finished? Make it fast. I'll give only 1 minute of time. Make it fast. If time permits, tomorrow I'll explain lab session also. So how to create a table. Okay, syntax. If you are having laptops, bring your laptops tomorrow. Make it fast. Finished? Yes. So what is this topic? View of data. View of data. Topic name is view of data in that data abstraction. Okay, data abstraction. What is mean by data abstraction? What is mean by data abstraction? The unnecessary data and providing essential data. What is the meaning of data abstraction? Hiding the unnecessary things or unnecessary data and providing only the essential data. Like take example as our milk vendor. Daily his work is to deliver a milk to us. Yes or no? So one day he got failed in delivering a milk. What will happen? What is the reason? I asked. Okay, what he is to say. So due to some reasons, this was happened. He is saying I was late. So my van is like this, my tire is gone, all that story I don't need. Yes or no? So that is unnecessary to me. Yes or no? So I need short and sweet answer. Yes or no? So that is what data abstraction. Suppose take your computer, your system as an example. If you are giving, if you are typing any program, what it is going to give? It is going to give an output for us. I am giving the instruction and it is going to give an output for us. So no need of internal working. How it is working? What I am giving the instruction, how it is going to take. I don't bother about all those things. Yes or no? That is what it is providing only the necessary data and avoiding or hiding the unnecessary data. So just I am typing the program, I am getting. I won't bother about the internal working, how CPU is working. Yes or no? So that is what data abstraction. What is mean by data abstraction? Hiding the complexity or hiding the unnecessary data and providing essential data. Is it clear? This word will also come in the subject Java. Winnera? Oops, features of oops. Abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance. Yes or no? మరి అదే కదమ్మా అడిగితే చెప్పారేంటి? So what is data abstraction? Hiding the. So instead of saying unnecessary data, you say hiding the complexity. Okay, hiding the complexity and providing the essential data. Okay, providing the essential data. Is it clear? So then kin the example could raskondi. Write on your own, ma. So see here, 3 levels. This we can call it as 3-tier architecture. 3 levels of data abstraction or view of data. Three-tier architecture. We can call it as a 3-tier architecture or 3 level of data abstraction. If you are talking means I'll pick one and I'll ask the questions. Last bench. You are not listening. What is the reason? So 3 levels of data abstraction. How many levels are there? See here, see the picture. 3 levels. First one is physical level. Second one is logical level. Third one is view level. How many levels? Physical level, logical level, view level. Okay. So let us see one by one. Physical level, if you observe which is the lowest level. Physical level is the lowest level. Yes or no? Physical level is the lowest level. Here we are going to see how databases are stored. What we are going to see in this level? How databases are stored. Already we know what is meant by database. What is meant by database? Mali software antara. Collection of. So in this level, physical level, we are going to see how data is stored. Okay, how data is stored, and here second point, it involves simple data structure. What is meant by data structure? The data which is organized. Yes or no? The data which is organized, we call it as a data structure. So in physical level, what happens? It involves simple data structure. So what is the first point I said? It is a very important thing, ma. Very important. Definitely you will get in your exams. Okay. So it is the lowest level. That is the first point. Lowest level of abstraction is physical level, and it is here we are going to see how databases are stored. Okay. So in this level, it involves simple data structures. Simple data structures. And this level we call it as storage level. Why we are calling this as storage level? Because in this level only all the databases will be stored. Okay, that's why we call it as this one as database level. Okay, so that's why we call it as database level. Okay, so first one, it is the lowest level of abstraction. Next, in this we are going to see databases are stored. Okay, and it involves simple data structure. This we call it as storage level. Why? Because all the databases are stored in this level. Is it clear? Yes or no? So what is the next level? Logical level. So logical level is the which is located above the physical level. Okay. So here we are going to see what data is stored, and also we are going to see relationship among data. Okay. What is the first point I said? In this level, we are going to see what data is stored and relationship among data. Okay. So relationship is nothing but if a data is there, student data, teacher is there. A student anyhow related to teacher, yes or no? So what is the relation between teacher and student? We are going to see. For example, okay. Is it clear? Yes or no? What in logical level we are going to see what data is stored and relationship among the data. And second one, it involves complex data structures, where compared to physical, here it involves simple data structures, whereas in logical level it involves complex data structure. Is it clear? Yes or no? And here one more important point, very important point, that is logical level is to create data independence. What is that one? Physical data independence. Why it is physical data independence? Why it is physical data independence means, listen to me carefully. Here, the logical level is said to be an application level. Application level. If we are doing any modifications, if we are doing any updations, if we are doing anything with the data, we can perform here only without the help of physical level. Okay, we need not to take the help of physical level. Whatever the things, whatever the updations, whatever the things we have to do in the data means we can do. That's why we call it as a physical data independence. Okay, the logical level is an application level. Why? Because it is a physical data independence. Why it is physical data independence? Because if at all we want to do any modifications without the help of approaching the lowest level, we will do modifications then and there itself only. ఈ లెవెల్లోనే మనం అన్ని చేయొచ్చమ్మా వితౌట్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ దిస్. క్లియర్? yes or no? So logical level there exists physical data independence. Very important point. Is it clear? Yes or no? So what is the difference between these two? What is physical level? It is the lowest level of abstraction. చెప్పాలమ్మా, చెప్పట్లేదు మీరు. So physical level is nothing but it is the lowest level of data abstraction, where in this we can see how data are stored, and this we call it as a storage level and database level. It involves simple data structures. When coming to the logical level, in this level we are going to see what data is stored and relationship among data. It involves data structures. Inka, what is meant by data? Physical data independence. Because the logical level is an application level where we need to do the modifications, we can do there itself only without the help of physical level. Is it clear? Yes or no? Now coming to the view level. How many views are there here? N views. Means if you take bank manager as example, so customer will be having, if you went to ATM, your user interface of the machine will be different, bank manager user interface will be different. Yes or no? మనకి ఏమొస్తుంది? జస్ట్ మన ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ and transactions balance. And coming to the bank manager, he will see our complete transactions. He'll also see the banking or branch details. If he is regional manager, means he will see the all areas of the ATM information also. So his view is different, my view is different. Yes or no? That is what view level. Multiple views can be accessed in this level. Okay, is it clear? Yes or no? So this is the topmost level. Multiple views of users will be there. Best example, regional bank manager. His view is different, our view is different. Yes or no? So these are the levels. View of data, data abstraction, 3 levels. What are that? Logic, physical level, logical level, view of data. So what is logical level, physical level? It is the lowest level of abstraction. It involves, in this what we are going to see, how data are stored in databases. We call it as this as and this as database level. Why? Because all the databases will be stored at one place in this level. Okay. Next, coming to the second level, logical level. What is logical level? In this, we are going to see what data is stored and relationship among data. Relationship among data. It involves complex data structure. Here, most important point is there exists physical data independence, because the logical level, it call it as a application level. Here, if we want to do any modifications or updations without the help of physical level, we can do the updations in this level only. Is it clear? So what about view? View level. View level and it is a topmost level where multiple users can be using, and user interfaces will be different for different users. Okay. Here it involves more complexity than the logical level. More complexity is nothing but more complex data structures. It involves more complex data structures. So in physical level of simple data structures, logical of complex data structures, view level of more complex data structures. Is it clear? Yes or no? What is the meaning of data abstraction? Next slide. So these are the examples. Random one line రాసుకోండి. What is physical level? What is logical level? రాసిన వాళ్ళు ఓకే, రాయని వాళ్ళు రాయండి. Finished? Next slide. Previous calendar ఒకసారి. Previous slide. Finished? Next. Make it fast. PPTs కూడా షేర్ చేస్తున్నామా, వరి అవ్వకండి. ఓకే. యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ రైట్ డౌన్ ద రన్నింగ్ నోట్స్. తర్వాత మీకు చదివితే ఏం అర్థం కాదు, ఫస్ట్ రాసుకోండి. ఓకే. నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్. Now let us see what is meant by instance and what is meant by schema. Yes. What is meant by instance and what is meant by schema? Yes, everyone look at here. Stop writing. Look at here. Still I'm getting noise from last benches. Yes, settle on. So these are the very important definitions, instance and schema. Okay, instance and schema. So instance of a database. Instance is nothing but about So see here, instance is nothing but so before going to instance, let us see what is schema. Now tell me, student database is there or student file is there? Student file consists of the columns like, first you need to say the unique number. Okay, roll number, name, contact number, mail ID. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, all the data is filled. Now, what is meant by schema means schema is nothing but the logical structure of a database. Now, this is a database. Yes or no? This is a database logical structure. Structure is nothing but the roll number, name, contact number, mail ID, which is there. This we call it as a logical structure. Okay. So this also deals with DDL. What is DDL? Database definition, data definition language. These are the database languages. Did you heard about DDL, DML, DCL, TCL? So this you are having in second unit. I'll explain clearly. Don't worry. As of now, remember what is schema? Schema is nothing but it is a logical structure. So this we call it as a structure. This we call it as a structure of a schema. Logical structure is nothing but schema. Logical structure of a database is nothing but a schema. Okay. So, roll number. A student database consists of schema, roll number, name, contact, mail. This data we call it as DML language. Okay. అవేంటో నేను చెప్తాను ఇప్పటికైతే గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. The logical structure. Suppose how to create a table. How to create a table. What is syntax? What is table? We'll get the tables in the form of rows and columns. We already know that one. By using by queries, we can get the in the form of table, that is rows and columns. Okay. So for creating a table, what is the syntax? Create table. I want the student table. Okay. Create table. Table name. Student. In that column names are roll number. Okay. So roll number data type is integer. Some 20 size I'm giving. Okay. Next comma, name. Data type is. So in SQL we are going to use varchar. Okay. For characters also we are going to use varchar. Okay. Which is a combination of numbers as well as characters. Okay. So name, varchar, what is the length? 100 this one. Comma, email. Email ID. Varchar. Why? Because it is a combination of numbers. Yes. Okay. Now, I have created this table. Now, query is okay. Okay. What is the syntax? Create table, table name, column names, data type, size. Okay. And for each and end of the statement, you need to give semicolon. Is a syntax. Okay. Now, after executing this one, we'll get ఒక టేబుల్ వస్తుంది. దట్ ఈస్ అవర్ అవుట్పుట్, రైట్? ఏం టేబుల్ వస్తుంది చెప్పండి. ఫస్ట్ కాలమ్ ఈస్, సో వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ టేబుల్ నేమ్? స్టూడెంట్. విల్ గెట్ కాలమ్ యాజ్ రోల్ నంబర్, నేమ్, ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి. ఎందుకు కాంటాక్ట్ ఎందుకు కాదు? మనం క్రియేట్ చేయలేదు కాబట్టి. ఓకే. సో this we call it as a logical structure of database. That is what? Schema. Okay. What is schema? Logical structure of a database is known as schema. Is it clear? Yes or no? So after getting this student table, we want to edit or we want to update the roll number name. We use DML languages. Okay. Is it clear? నెక్స్ట్ ఇన్స్టాన్స్. అర్థమైందా స్కీమా అంటే ఏంటి? లాజికల్, ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది లాజికల్ స్ట్రక్చర్? నాకు నేను ఈ డేటాబేస్ ఈ టేబుల్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తేనే నాకు ఒక స్ట్రక్చర్ వచ్చింది. ఆ స్ట్రక్చర్ ఏంటి? ఎన్ని కాలమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి? ఎన్ని క్రియేట్ చేశాను నేను? క్రియేట్ టేబుల్ స్టూడెంట్ రోల్ నంబర్ నేమ్ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి. ఓకే, సో ఆఫ్టర్ ఎగ్జిక్యూటింగ్ దిస్ వన్ I got this table. Yes or no? So this we call it as a schema, nothing but logical structure of a database. Now coming to the instance. Instance is nothing but a collection of information. Listen to me very carefully. A collection of information is stored at a particular moment. What is the meaning of instance? A collection of information is stored or is saved at a particular moment. Okay, now take one example, university database. At present, if you think or consider, first year data is 500 records. Okay, now after next year, again new admissions will come. Yes or no? Again they have to add remaining 500. They have to update remaining 500 records. What will happen here? The collection of information already available with 500 records. In next year we need to add the again 500 records. The collection of information stored at particular moment. At moment this was 500. In next moment it may change. Yes or no? That is what we call it as instance. Okay, a collection of information. Okay, collection of information which is stored at a particular moment. At this moment, university is containing 500 records. Next year they may contain 100 records. That is called as a instance. Is it clear? Suppose take one more example. A equal to 5. What is the meaning of this one? This is a variable is having value 5. This I can change. Yes, after declaring int as a equal to 0, will I change this one? It change any? No. I can change this int a equal to -5 also. Yes or no? At present it was 5. Later on it become a equal to -5. This is what we call it as instance. It is a collection of information stored at a particular moment. At this moment is called as an instance. Is it clear? Yes or no? What is schema? ఇద్దర్లో లేపు అడిగిన ఇదే చెప్పాలి. Logical structure of a database called as a schema. What is instance? The collection of information stored at a particular moment called as a instance. Is it clear? Yes or no? Next slide. Next వెళ్ళండి. Schema diagram. So దీని నుంచి first for each and everything we need to create. Yes or no? So what is the syntax to get this structure? Syntax ఏంటి? Create table. ఇలాగే తీసుకోండి, మీరు ఇలా తీసుకోండి, కాలమ్ వైజ్ తీసుకోండి. వాట్ ఆర్ ద కాలమ్స్? బ్రాంచ్ సిటీ అసెట్స్. ఓకే, బ్రాంచ్ నేమ్ ఈజ్ అ టేబుల్ నేమ్. బ్రాంచ్ నేమ్. ఓకే, బ్రాంచ్ సిటీ varchar assets. దీనికి చెప్పండి. నెక్స్ట్ దానికి అకౌంట్ కి చెప్పండి. క్రియేట్ టేబుల్ అకౌంట్ అకౌంట్ నంబర్ బ్రాంచ్ నేమ్. ఇక్కడ కూడా బ్రాంచ్ నేమ్ తీసుకోవాలి. బ్రాంచ్ అని కదా, బ్రాంచ్ నేమ్, అకౌంట్ నంబర్, branch name. So you need to give data type also, balance. So this we call it as a schema. ఈ టేబుల్ ఇలా మనకు అవుట్పుట్ ఎలా వస్తుంది? ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ rows and columns. Yes or no? So this is account. We'll get account number, branch name, balance. For this depositor, now tell me how we'll get, how many columns we'll get for depositor? Yes, last benches. Depositor చెప్పండమ్మా. Customer name, account number. Okay. So this we call it as a schema. Schema is nothing but logical structure of a database. Logical structure of a database. Coming to instance, collection of information stored at a particular moment called as a instance. Is it clear? Yes or no? So how many levels of abstraction? What are that? Physical level. What is physical level? Physical level is the lowest level. It involves simple data structures, and we are going to see how data is stored. This is also called as storage level and database level. Okay. Next, what is the second one? What is logical level? What is the main important point there? Why we are calling a logical level as physical data independence? Because it is an application level. If we want to do any modification, we can do in logical level only. Okay. So what is view level? And we have different views. Okay. Next, what is schema? Next slide. So this is also very important, ma. First unit anta important basics ma. Vaste meeku database languages queries ela solve cheyagalavu vaste easy ga. Okay. Is it clear? Yes. Yes or no? మార్నింగ్ నుంచి 3 టాపిక్స్ అయినాయా? అన్ని అర్థమయ్యాయమ్మా? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? నెక్స్ట్ టైం అయిపోయింది. డయాగ్రామ్ కావాలా? బిఫోర్ డయాగ్రామ్ కావాలా? వెళ్ళమ్మా ప్రీవియస్. మేక్ ఇట్ ఫాస్ట్. Yes, don't talk, ma. లాస్ట్ 3 బెంచెస్ అసలు వినట్లేదు. లేపు క్వశ్చన్లు అడుగుతానమ్మా నేను. ఎవరు వినట్లేదు వాళ్ళని క్వశ్చన్లు అడుగుతా నేను. నెక్స్ట్ డేటా మోడల్స్ చెప్పండి అమ్మా. నెక్స్ట్ ఈజ్ డేటా మోడల్స్. నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్ ఏమైందమ్మా? అర్థం కావట్లేదు, చెప్పండి. ఏం చేయాలి? రిమూవ్ చేయాలా? జూమా మీ దగ్గరే చేయాలా? మన దగ్గర ఏం లేదు ఇక్కడ. ఏం రావట్లేదు ఇక్కడ ఆప్షన్. పీపీటీలోనే చేయాలి. మేక్ ఇట్ ఫాస్ట్ మా. మా ఇప్పటి వరకు చెప్పిన అన్ని టాపిక్స్ అర్థమయ్యాయా? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? లాస్ట్ బెంచెస్ ఐ కాంట్ హియర్ యూ. అర్థమయ్యాయా లేవా? ఫినిష్డ్? మీకు లంచ్ బ్రేక్ ఎప్పుడమ్మా? వెల్, ఈ టాపిక్ అయిపోయింది. ఫినిష్డ్? మేక్ ఇట్ ఫాస్ట్ మా. So next topic is data model. So by afterward, all do one thing. Write a syntax for this schema. Okay? Write a syntax for this schema. Rastara? Next topic. Support side heading as data models. Okay? ఏమ్మా ఎందుకు మాట్లాడుతున్నారమ్మా? కంటిన్యూస్ గా మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. Now listen to me. Stop writing. First listen. So see here, data model is the basic structure of database. Data model of a database. Okay. So this we call it as a conceptual tool. Conceptual tool. This we call it as a conceptual tool. A conceptual tool which describes four things, mainly four things. What are that? First one is data. Second one is data relationships. Third one is data semantics. Fourth one is data constraints. We already know what is meant by data. What is data? It could be in a raw fact that can be recorded. Our data is stored in the form of text, number, images, audio, video files, right? So next, coming to the next one, data relationship. That's why in previous example I said what is relationship, right? A student is anyhow related to teacher. Yes or no? So if at all any person or customer is that, customer is anyhow related to the bank. Yes or no? So this we call it as a relationship. Next, coming to the data semantic. Semantic is nothing but it is giving a meaning about this data. Okay, meaning about the data. Next, what is data constraint? Constraint is nothing but a condition. Like, what is integrity constraints? So, in purpose of DBMS, we have seen integrity constraints, right? What is integrity constraint? Example, Japan. Account balance should not be less than 0. Okay. So, here the data is also contains some constraints, some conditions. Is it clear? The data will have some conditions. For that column, bank account balance, one condition is there. What is that condition? It should not be less than 0. Is it clear? So here the conceptual tool which describes four things mainly. First one is data, data relationship and data semantics. The last one is data constraints. What is meant by semantics? Meaning about that data. Okay, or database. What is the fourth one? Conditions about the particular columns. Okay. So here data model is a basic structure of a database. So here data model is a concept which describes the conceptual tool. That tools means four types of tools are there. What is the first one? Data, data relationship, data semantics, data constraints. Already we know what is meant by data, data relationship. Okay. Data semantics are nothing but meaning about the data. Constraints, conditions about the particular column or a record. Is it clear? Yes or no? So here again data model are divided into four types. What are that? Relational model, entity relational model, object data model, semi-structured data model. What is the first one? Relational data model. Next slide, Ellen. Entity. Wait. Now see here. This is a very good example for relational model. This yes, customer detail consists of how many columns here? What are that? Customer ID, street, city, account. Okay. కస్టమర్ డీటెయిల్స్ అన్ని కంప్లీట్ గా ఒక టేబుల్ లోకి రాయొచ్చా? ఇక్కడ ఏంటి కస్టమర్ డీటెయిల్స్ చెప్పండి. సపోజ్ ఇంకొకటి ఉందనుకోండి ఇక్కడ బ్యాలెన్స్ కాలమ్. సో కస్టమర్ రిలేటెడ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు రైట్ ఇన్ వన్ టేబుల్. సో వాట్ ఆర్ ద column names will get here? Customer ID, name, street, city, account number ఎందుకు వస్తుంది? నాకు ఓన్లీ కస్టమర్ అడ్రస్, complete details of customer. Okay, now I'll write one more table. What is the second table? Account and balance. Okay, so from existing table I have made into two more tables. Yes or no? From the existing table, customer table, I have made into how many tables? Two tables. We can make two or more tables. Is it clear? Yes or no? So here the one table is completely related to the customer. One table is completely related to the accounts of the customer, balance, all those things, information. Is it clear? That is what relational model is nothing but from existing table we are making into two more tables. If we join this table also will get same. Yes or no? ఏమొస్తుంది ఇక్కడ అకౌంట్ బ్యాలెన్స్ కంబైన్ చేస్తే కూడా సేమ్ టేబుల్ వచ్చింది కదమ్మా. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ రిలేషనల్ డేటా మోడల్. ఫ్రమ్ ది ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ టేబుల్ we will make two more tables. Is it clear? Yes or no? Suppose instructor is there. Instructor is nothing but teacher. And student table is there. So which consists of some 6 columns like roll number, name, contact number, and some marks. Here, instructor name, instructor subjects. So from this also we can divide into two tables. What are that? Completely student related one table and instructor table. Yes or no? Here we'll get 2 columns. Here we'll get 4 columns. Avuna? So this is what we call it as relational data model. From the existing table we can make 2 or more tables. If we combine also we'll get the same data. Data ekkadana loss ayinda? Data ekkadana loss ayinda? So this is the advantage with the database management system. So data is not duplicated here. Yes or no? Only we are splitting into different tables. Data duplicate ayinda ekkadaina? Edana column repeat ayinda? Ledu. Okay? So this is we call it as relational data model. From the existing table we can draw 2 or more tables. Okay? That is what the first one is, relational data model. Ardhamaindamma? What is data model? It is a basic structure of a database. So it describes the conceptual tool. 4 things you need to remember: data, data relationship, data semantics, data constraints. Okay? Again 4 categories are there: relational data model, entity relationship, object based, semi structured. Okay, so this is the first one. Next, second one, previous column. Next, entity relationship model. Next slide. Slide unchandi. So see here, from that time onwards I am saying entity, entity, entity. What is meant by entity? What is meant by entity? An entity is nothing but a real world thing or an object. Our entity is nothing but a real world thing or an object. So what is the example for real world thing? Could be an a student name can be a person. Okay. So all this comes under entity. So what is meant by relationship? Which describes an entity. Entities. Okay. Entities. Okay. Entity going to represented in rectangle box. Okay. If you observe here, the entity is a customer. So entity will be having the customer ID, name, street, customer, city. Okay. Now, how many entities are there here? According to this diagram, tell me. Entity account. Okay. So customer is represented in rectangle box. Okay. Customer is represented in rectangle box. Attributes are ellipse shape. Okay. Is it clear? When we are going to draw this here, before creating the tables, in the create chesana, we'll draw these diagrams. After drawing these diagrams only, we are going to create the tables. Is it clear? So for this we can create now table. What is the table we are going to create? Now I am going to table with customer. What is the syntax? Create table. Table name is customer. Bracket open. Em fields undali అందులో customer ID. Data type వస్తుందా లేదా? Customer ID integer. Next customer name varchar. Next one customer street or city. Next customer city. ఎలా రాసాను నేను టేబుల్ ని? By seeing this diagram I have written or I have created this table. Yes or no? So when you are going to create these tables means before drawing the ER diagrams. What is an entity? An entity is called as a real world thing or an object. Okay. So what are the attributes with a customer entity we are having? Customer ID, customer name, customer street, customer city. Okay. Now relationship. It is an association between two entities. It is an association between two entities. Yes or no? So what is the relationship here? Depositor. So depositor represents in diamond shape. Okay. Depositor represents in which shape? Diamond shape. So here it is an association between two entities. We call it as a relationship. Is it clear? Yes or no? What is an entity? Real world thing or an object. Okay. Generally, entities are represented in rectangle shape. Okay. And attributes are represented in rhombus, ellipse, relationship, diamond shape. Diamond shape. Okay. Now, I want to create a table for this one. How to create? Create table. Table name is account. Field same వస్తాయి. Account number, balance. Okay. Is it clear? Yes or no? What is the third one? Object based. Object based. Diagram draw చేస్తారమ్మా? Draw చేస్తాం. Make it fast. ఫినిష్డ్ అయిపోయిందమ్మా ఫాస్ట్ రాయండి. Afternoon session, back side benches come and sit front. You people go back. ఎందుకు కదలరా? Finished? Next slide. Object based. లేదేమో లేదు. సో ప్రీవియస్ వెళ్ళండి ఒకసారి. ఇది కాదు, నెక్స్ట్ 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 నెక్స్ట్. ఈ టేబుల్ ఒకసారి రిలేషనల్ మోడల్ చూడండి. హౌ మెనీ కాలమ్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ హియర్? నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్కి వెళ్ళండి. ఇట్ ఈస్ డివైడెడ్ ఇంటూ హౌ మెనీ టేబుల్స్? What are that? First one is customer table, account table, and this is also an details of customer, okay, with account number. Is it clear? Relational model. So next, third one is object based model. So now tell me, object oriented programming languages like we are going to use C++, Java, yes or no? So to write an application or write a web page, to develop a web page, to design web page, we are going to use one language. What is that language? Web applications. Okay. So we are using as front end. So back end, JavaScript. This also we can use, right? MySQL. Okay. So for object oriented programming languages, we are using the OOPS concepts. Yes or no? Like C, C++, Java, and HTML for developing the front end applications. Coming to the back end applications, we are going to use the popular DBMS. Okay. So that is what object based model. Write down object based. Yes. For front end, we use. For third one, write on object based model. For front end, we use. For front end, we use object oriented data model. Object based model equal to object based model equal to object based model equal to ER model plus ER model. What is ER model? Entity relationship model. Okay. Entity relationship model plus object oriented features. So what is object oriented features? Polymorphism, abstraction. Okay. Next, object relational model equal to object relational data model equal to object relational data model equal to object relational data model equal to object based model plus object based model plus relational model. Relational model. Relational model. So what is the meaning of these two formulas? If we are using object based model means we will be using the object oriented features plus entity relationship model. Okay. And object relational data model equal to object based data model plus relational model. Okay, is it clear? Yes or no? Next, what is the last one? Semi-structured data model. Semi-structured data model. Okay. So semi-structured data model, name itself, it is giving a definition. It is semi-structured. Okay. In HTML, we are having the tags. By default, we'll be having some tags. What are that? ఏముంటాయి HTML లో? I want to develop an application. Okay, first we'll be writing HTML, add, tarvata some title, some messages. Okay, and this will be closed. So these are the tags. Yes or no? HTML predefined tags. We call it as predefined tags. Coming to semi-structured data model, in that we can create our own tags. Okay, in that we can create our own tags like note, some message like welcome to site. Okay, from, to. So like this we can create our own tags in which one? Semi-structured. Okay, so here it is not fully structured. All these are fully structured. Yes or no? By seeing these two data models or three data models, we can identify which file is that one. Yes or no? Which database is that one? Okay. By seeing this semi-structured data model, what will happen? We can create our own tags, right? Here, that is what it is not fully structured. I said data is a structured one. Okay. Here it is a semi-structured. ఇది చూడంగానే అర్థమైద్దామా మీకు? అవ్వదు కదా. By seeing this HTML, అర్థమైద్దా? అర్థం కాదా? So this is the difference between predefined and own tags. So that's why we call it as semi-structured data model, where we can use our own tags to develop a database. Okay, is it clear? Yes or no? So what is data model? It is a basic structure of a database, and it is going to describe the conceptual tool. Four things. First one is data, data relationship, data semantics, and data constraints. What is data? What is data? What is relationship? Association between two entities. Now you got that point. Yes. Next, semantics. Meaning of a data or a database. Next, data constraints, conditions of a data. Okay. So from that, divided into four categories. What are that? First one is relational data model, entity relationship. Third one is object-based model. Fourth one is semi-structured data model. What is the first one? Relational data model. From the existing table, we are going to create 2 or 3 data models. Okay, is it clear? Yes or no? So if we combine also, we will not lose the data. Okay, what is the second one? What is entity? Real world thing or an object. Okay, it is a real world thing or an object. The best example for an entity is student, teacher, okay, employee. Next, relationship. What is relationship? It is an association between the two entities. Again, entity is represented with rectangle box. Entity is represented with rectangle box. Okay, and attributes are represented with ellipse shape. Relationship is represented with rhombus, diamond shape. Okay. Diamond shape. Is it clear? Next, what is the third one? Object based. Why we are using object-based data model? Because it will be using as a front-end applications. By using any languages we can use. Okay, like object-oriented features plus we need to use the ER model. Is it clear? Next, what is semi-structured? What is semi-structured? Where we can create our own tags to develop an applications. Okay. Is it clear? Yes or no? So up to this clear. I hope you all understood all the topics. Yes or no? Any confusions? So next lunch తర్వాత next topics చూద్దాం.